Okay, good morning to all of you. My name is Dada, and I have improvised my title a little bit. So, the new title of my PowerPoint presentation it's "Living the American Dream: Playlist GTA in the Third World Country." This is my abstract. Since my abstract covers much more of the idea that I am going to present, so I will like to read out the abstract at first. GTA Grand Theft Auto is a popular video game series produced by Rockstar Games, formerly Rockstar North, that has gained immense popularity around the world, particularly among teenagers. The game is set in a parody of American cities, allowing the player to engage in a range of activities such as stealing cars, shooting, making gangs, and do illicit activities, going to clubs, dancing, and buying properties. It provides player with a virtual experience of the American dream, which for many teenagers from developing nation is an unattainable dream in reality. Furthermore, the first game of the series is set in dystopian world where the 1933 business plot, a failed coup attempt to overthrow President FDR, succeeded and a dictator is in power. The game's premise critiques and celebrates consumer culture and controversial mechanism of postmodern global capitalism. The narrative of the GTA game is often dark and cynical. The American dream depicted in the game is a pipe dream for many of the characters, and the only way to succeed in this world is to break the law or exploit others. The study aims to investigate the influence of the GTA game series on teenagers from developing nations, particularly India, and how it shapes their perception of the American dream. So this is my table of content. Now we will talk about the introduction. The concept of American Dream has always been a topic of interest in numerous academic disciplines, including cultural studies, sociology, and anthropology. Scholars have argued that the American Dream is a complex, contested idea that reflects the aspirations and values of American society. The American Dream is often associated with material prosperity, upward social mobility, and the pursuit of happiness. However, critics have also argued that the American dream is an empty myth perpetuating social inequality and reinforcing capitalist ideologies. Video games, particularly open world games like GTA, have been studied extensively in recent years to explore the relationship between video games and social behavior, cultural values, and identity formation. Studies have shown that the video games have a significant impact on the perception of social norms, attitude, and values. However, research on the influence of video games on the perception of American dream and its portrayal of consumer culture and global capitalism is limited. This research aims to investigate the influence of Grand Theft Auto on teenagers from developing nations, particularly India, and their perception of the American dream, consumer culture, and postmodern global capitalism. So, we have three research questions in front of us. First one is perception, second is portrayal, and third is interpretation. How does GTA influence the perception of the American dream among teenagers in developing nation? Second, how does the portrayal of the American dream in GTA impact the perception of consumer culture and global capitalism among teenagers in developing nation? Third is interpretation. How do cultural and social factors shape the interpretation and reception of GTA among the teenagers in developing nations? By the end of the presentation, we will have a clear-cut idea of these three research questions and we will be able to answer these three also. So for this, we have approached with a methodology that will include the qualitative research that employs semi-structured interview and focus group discussion. The study involves teenagers between ages of 13 to 25 who play GTA regularly or have extensively played game in their childhood. Participants will be recruited from school, college, gaming communities in urban and semi-urban areas. The participants are selected through purposive sampling based on their age, gender, socio-economic status. The interviews have been conducted in the participants' preferred language and has been recorded with their consent. The data is being transcribed, translated, and analyzed using thematic analysis. The themes are derived from the research questions and the data collected. The study also employs a combination of data collection method, including in-depth interview observation, and document analysis. The collected data are analyzed using thematic analysis, which actually involved in analyzing the game content, the characters, and the narratives of the game. In addition to the qualitative approach, the research also utilizes a psychoanalytic framework to investigate the impact of Grand Theft Auto on the childhood experience of Indian teenager. The study has adopted a case studies approach. Dream big, live big. Somebody has also said shallow fancy pit where you can follow materialism blindly. And coming to the next question, what do you think GTA universe is loosely based on the American society and American life? More than 60%, more than majority of the people have more, actually majority of the people has said that yes, maybe, because a lot of elements are taken from real life American society. And there are some good elaborated answer also, in which they have written, I do think that GT universe is largely based on the American dream, presenting an often neglected picture of the fallacies such as dream in the postmodern era. I view it as a not so subtle critique of the American society, wherein we witness the mirror American criminal underworld operating explicitly through the gameplay, especially where the protagonist, who we see slowly descend into this criminal scene till he reaches the apex of the game world by the end of the gameplay. And also we get similar kind of responses like maybe yes, metropolitan life in general I don't. And somebody has also responded with maybe loosely I don't think so, or I haven't thought about that as a childhood, as a children, as a child, like that. So, since the American dream term is something based on a literary context, and whenever we are sending this Google form to the students of all other streams, like be it social science, be it science, be it mathematics, they really don't have the literary context, but they can actually say something about American dream, which is very genuine and close to their heart. The next question was, do you think in our childhood GTA games have enabled us to live the American lifestyle through the character of GTA mission? Here also we get a much more positive response, in which they have said yes, maybe somehow, but not completely, and partially yes. So they have tried to align their thinking, their thought process with our hypothesis that we actually put in the abstract, in the introduction, that yes, to some extent they live their American dream through the gaming, through the monitor of the computer, through the monitor of their laptop, and playing the GTA game. Do you care to mention any favorite or memorable mission in those games? So the remote missions, and maximum of the people have mentioned their favorite mission as the remote helicopter mission in Vice City and robbery in Casino. And they have also liked GTA for 2 3 aspect, and one of this is it has the old gangster vibe. It has the role play thing in GTA 5 that they liked a lot. And also they have written it can be played in different ways. Some people plays it for racing, some doing for missions, some for roaming around and killing time. Players are not bound to play the game in a single manner. So these are their perception about GTA game, and these are their perception about American Dream, and this is how it connects with the character, with the narrative, with the map, even with the narratives of the game, even with the characters of the game. So the final question that we put out there was, do you see GTA as a mimicry or copy, parody? So they have also majority of those participants have says yes, it is a parody, or it is a critical serious satire on American society, because I see GTA as a parody of America, as most of the whole concept of this game is based on making fun of its barbaric rather unruly side. The racist comments, drug business, gang wars, etc., involved in the game, mocking the major prevailing problems currently in America, or rather most of the unlawful things in United States of America. And some yeah, in this part also we have got some negative answer in which some people have said no idea, I really think GTA, I think it is just a game like based on American city and all. So yeah, we are past 11 minutes, and so we came to the conclusion. We are jumping to the conclusion, and in the conclusion part, this is a sum up, and we can make it like this. The proposed research aims to investigate the influence of Grand Theft Auto on teenagers for developing nation and their perception on the American dream, consumer culture, and postmodern global capitalism. The proposed research aims to employ a psychoanalytic framework to investigate the impact of Grand Theft Auto on the childhood experience of Indian teenager. The research will employ qualitative method including in-depth interviews and thematic analysis. The study's finding provides insight into the ways in which a virtual game can shape the worldview and aspiration of teenagers from developing countries, especially in India. Additionally, the research will explore the entertainment dynamics of the game and the role of these dynamics in shaping the participants' experience with the game. Overall, the study will contribute to understanding the relationship between media consumption, childhood development, self concept, identity formation, and psychoanalytic theory. So, here my presentation comes to an end. I am stopping the screen sharing and I am coming to the video part.
Thanks so much, Rich. This is way, way ahead of. You still have 8 minutes. You sure you don't want to talk about anything else?
Yeah. Actually, earlier I thought it was of 15 minutes. That's why I prepared it like that. But one thing I want to mention about the study, about my case study approach, because of two things. Because I interviewed a lot of people, a lot of teenagers who are into the game culture, who are into the game things, and the purpose of attaching those screenshots is to make it actually feel real, because if we just quote them it won't feel like that it is something from a Google form or it is something from a real interview. That's why I have approached with that particular method of attaching screenshot to the PowerPoint to make it more genuine.